Bonjour, mon cœur. It's your Archon of Wisdom. I'm here, I'm queer, and I'm bringing you a special episode today. We're going to do a little crash out corner. That's right. Today we're going to talk about two of the internet's current biggest crash outs. And spoiler alert, we're not talking about Ethan Klein today. No, we're talking about all new characters. So, sit on down, get some popcorn. Let me give you the scoop. Let me let you know what's going on the internet. First crash out we have is going to be one Caleb Hammer. Welcome down to the stage, Caleb Hammer. You're taking our number one spot today in the crash out corner as the internet's biggest crash out. Now, if you don't know, Mr. Caleb Hammer runs a popular TikTok, YouTube, social media channel where he quote unquote helps people with financial advice as a financial expert. That's his whole shtick. Sorry, that sounds bitter. I'm not. Anyway, now, this story is brought to us by D'Angelo Wallace, who has crawled out of the depths of hell and has graced the internet with his presence once again on a brand new channel. If you know, you know. I feel like anyone who knows D'Angelo Wallace from back in the day when he was poppin', they know. They know that D'Angelo is like a great researcher, internet sleuth. Yeah, he's commentary, but he's tops, definitely, you know. Side note, I don't think being commentary is that much of a drag. So when I say that, I'm not meaning to, it's not a drag. I'm a commentator. Hello. But anyway, so D'Angelo Wallace talked about Caleb Hammer and the idea that a lot of his content is very focused around misogyny and using slurs and just really degrading people for their financial issues. Which I have to agree personally, even before this. Now, context, I watched this all happen live because I'm chronically online. So, I'm out there in the corners, in the crevices of your mind, sneaking a peek at your hard drive. So I watched this happen live, right? And I know of Caleb Hammer. I've seen the content before. In my opinion, the content was never cute to me. Really, it just seems very, I don't know, it gives me the same feeling as when you watch something from TLC, you watch something from 600 Pound Life, and the doctors are scolding a patient. It just gives me the ick feeling because I don't know, call it hyper empathy or whatever, but I would not want, I know I would not respond well to that kind of behavior, so I would never I wouldn't imagine that it feels great, to be screamed at and degraded, for your financial situation. I mean, they're on the show already. The financial situation is bleak already, so they're probably not feeling good to begin with. And I know that some of the problems might seem very oh, well, just don't eat fast food, or just don't do this, just don't, blah, 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 just don't shop, why do you need to buy Labubu's, blah, 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 but, it's an addiction problem, it's a deeper psychological problem, usually. I mean, why are people scared of needles? Why are people scared of spiders? Why are people scared of heights? You're asking, this line of questioning is just, ridiculous to me. So I was never a fan of the content. It just, like, grossed me out, gave me icky feelings, especially because I don't it's very aggressive. I don't think anyone really responds well to that aggression. I mean, for example, like, I really like Gordon Ramsay, okay? And Gordon Ramsay is known to be very hyper-aggressive when he is, running his shows. Kitchen Nightmare, Hell's Kitchen, whatever. But, like, Gordon Ramsay even knows when to pull it back, I feel like. And I feel like with, like, TLC, with My 600-Pound Life, or, like, with Caleb Hammer, like, there's no line of when to pull it back. Like, when is it appropriate to pull it back, and not having any sense of that. And, like, my thing too is, like, it's obviously a production with multiple parties involved, so, like, surely somebody on the team must know when to pull it back, in his response to D'Angelo, he even mentions, like, I get consent beforehand. I don't know what the freak that's even about. I don't know what is consent beforehand. That tells me nothing. But, like, I get consent beforehand. So basically implying that they know that I'm gonna, like, be harsh on them and call them names and degrade them and blah, blah, blah. Okay? That saying that does not make it any less exploitative. Like, you realize that's the concept of, like, reality TV, right? And reality TV is hyper exploitive television. Like, what? Like, that, again, so, like, that doesn't tell me I got signatures beforehand, documents. I don't care. You're doing something immoral and you're going, well, it's not illegal. Okay. You sound crazy. Anyway. So, D'Angelo brought up these points about it. Caleb basically had a live stream where he reacted to D'Angelo's entire live instead of waiting for the clipped video, but whatever. So he live reacts and he basically says a bunch of inflammatory things, a bunch of slurs, a bunch of just, like I said, stuff that's not helpful. Like, oh, we get consent beforehand and after. Like, okay, consent can be withdrawn. Are you stupid? Are you, like, hello? People under duress in bad financial situations can't consent. Like, what are you saying? But okay. That's your argument. I guess go ahead and have your crash out. Of course, while calling D'Angelo various slurs, and saying mean, nasty things like, how he wants him to unalive and all that lovely stuff. He then threatens to sue D'Angelo Wallace for defamation. So he's on, and from what I understand, he's still on this tirade of having this imaginary lawsuit, where he's just like, I'm gonna sue D'Angelo Wallace. I can sue because we actually help people and I can prove it. Me, point extra. Alright, bro, put down the camera. Go touch some grass, because you just threatened somebody's life and then threatened to sue them. You think that's a logical response? You really think in your mind, in your forethinking mind, that that's a logical conclusion? Okay, no, go ahead, have your tantrum, Caleb Hammer. At this point, it's not even about you saying slurs. Like, it's not about, oh, well, he said the R slur. It's not even about that. It's about the mass effect of degrading, dehumanizing content that you push out. Because that grift works for you. Not for long, though. I'm back. I had to light my joint. Second up, our second gold medal, or silver medal winner for our Crash Out Corner today is one Deaf Noodles. Welcome back to the internet. Oh my god, haven't seen you around here in a while. What are you doing? Oh, a right-wing grift? What? No, a right-wing grift? Trying to be Charlie Kirk? What? Right-wing Hassan Piker? What? No. No way. Yes, that's right. That's right. All these things and more on the Deaf Noodle channel. Caw-caw, eagle sounds, That's right, our story all begins with Deaf Noodles taking a right-wing grift into right-wing politic content. His channel now comprises of right-wing grifter content where he does IRL protest streams, where he tries to live debate anti-ICE protesters and the likes of, other interfering with other protests, which is so helpful. Thank you, Dennis. Thanks. Aren't you an immigrant? Aren't you Brazilian, Dennis? I'm just asking, babe. You look pretty Hispanic to me, so I don't know. Your own people might call ICE on you, boo. Shoot, In all seriousness, our story today with One Deaf Noodle starts with him battling with Adam McIntyre, commentary channel, friend of the show. Not really. But hey, I'm a mucker, so again, watch this in live time. Love to be there at the scene of the crime. So Deaf Noodles came up on an Adam McIntyre live. It was talked about, his right-wing grift was talked about, and then Adam McIntyre Adam McIntyre called Dennis a flop, which, shade, where's the lie? Where is the lie? Anyway, and then Deaf Noodles decided to throw a temper tantrum, which he is still having to this day. The temper tantrum now involves other creators like Vangelina Skov. I saw he made he tried to make a hit piece on Vangelina Skov. Okay. He tried to make a hit piece on Adam McIntyre. The hit piece basically consisted of, well, gay men are PDF files. Dennis. Dennis. It's clear that Dennis doesn't know how to have an argument, let alone read an article. Again, I encourage you, go to Vangelina Skov, watch her videos. She's brilliant. I love her. We've talked about her on the channel before. I literally just mentioned her, last week for some other video, too. Because she's on a lot of stuff, and she's well-researched and knows what she's talking about. But in her response, she basically proved that Dennis is misrepresenting information because he lacks the media literacy to interpret research. Which Dennis claims is oh, well, you're just saying, well, I'm more qualified. No. It's a skill issue, Dennis. It's a skill issue with you. Specifically. It's a skill issue. And you're proving the point. But he basically went on this tirade against Vangelina Skov, being oh, you're just barking for Adam McIntyre. You're just coming to his defense. You're running to his defense. No, girl, it's just a skill issue, Dennis. It's a personalized skill issue against you specifically. Like the man would beef with a tomato. I wouldn't be surprised if he beefed with me and I'm nobody. Like, the man would beef with anything. That's it for today, guys. Have a good one. Be kind to animals. And for God's sakes, drink your water. I love you so much. Bye. Mwah.